Good morning, students. Hope you will be fine at your respective places. Today we are going in continuation to the morphology of the flower. We are going to discuss this placentation. We were discussing इससे पहले हमने क्या पढ़ा? We were discussing the innermost whorl of the flower, that is the gynoecium. And in this gynoecium, what we have discussed that जो इसका individual part जो है gynoecium के, that is the carpel. Carpel की अगर हमने बात की, that it consists of the three parts, that is this lower basal part which is called as the ovary. फिर बीच में हमने क्या देखा? This is called as the style, and then we will find this is called as the receptor जो है जहाँ पर पोलन ग्रैंड पट जाते हैं, that is this stigma. Now in this ovary what we will see, there is a structure which is called as the placenta. What is the placenta? Placenta is simply the surface of the carpel, on which the ovules are attached. What do placenta? It is simply the surface of the carpel which is inside this ovary, on which the ovules are attached. And this placenta, it performs some functions. First one, it helps us in the attachment of the ovule. Second one, attachment of ovule. दूसरी जो इसकी फंक्शन है, दैट इज सिंपली दैट इट प्रोवाइड्स nourishment to the developing ovule. This is what we call as a placenta. Now जो हमारा मेन टॉपिक है, दैट इज दिस. What do we mean by the placentation? Placentation is simply the, how we can define it? It is simply the arrangement of placenta. And to this placenta what are, and to which are attached the ovules. This placentation is simply the arrangement of placenta. How these placenta are arranged in the ovule, and we already know that in this placenta they are what we see, to which what are attached, the ovules, and it is this ovule which then develops into the seed. Now this placentation is of different types. It is of different types. Different types mean where these placentation are found. On that basis, we have got different types of placentation, and first one, which we have called marginal placentation. Marginal placentation. In order to, what do we simply mean? Marginal placentation, the placentation which is found, which is attached, which is found at the margin. In order to understand this marginal placentation, I will give an example. Then from this example, it becomes somewhat clear कि what do we mean by this marginal placentation. For example, P. If we talk of the pea pod, it is like this. pea pod, it is like this. If we draw the diagram, this pea pod is like this, and inside this pea pod, what will be the seeds are found. Now, when we will see, when we open this pea pod is locked rather. When we unlock that pod, we will find like this structure. We find the structure. This is the locked pod and this is the unlocked pod, and in this unlocked pod what we will see, you will find here the structures like this, and here we will see these seeds. These are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 of there are many. Now this part, this part, this is called as the margin, this part. And here we will see like this a vent-like structure. A vent-like structure is found. Vent-like structure is found to which are attached these pods. A vent-like structure is found to which these pods are found. A vent-like structure is found here to which this seed is found like this. This vent-like structure यहाँ पर, this is called as, this vent-like structure, this is called as placenta. Now this placenta, what we will see there, the ovules, it give rise to the ovules, then these ovules they develop into the seeds. So these are the seeds. Actually these are ovules, and these ovules they have developed into the seed. So what we will see, since the placentation, yes, in the placenta it is found at the margins, such type of placentation is called as marginal placentation. This part, it is the pod, pea pod, and when we this is the locked pod like this structure, and when we unlock that, we got the structure like this. This part, this is called as the margin. This part is part called margin, and at this point what we will see, the vent-like structure. These vent-like structures are called as the placenta, and here we will see the seeds. So this placenta, it simply gives rise to this placenta. It gives to which are attached the ovules, and we know that the ovules they give rise to the seeds. We will find the seed. So this is called as the marginal placentation. Now second type जो हमारे पास है, that is parietal. Parietal placentation. That is the placentation which are found towards the periphery, not towards the margin but towards the periphery, that is towards the outer surface, towards the boundary. And in order to understand this, I will give an example, two examples by which it becomes somewhat clear. एक हमारे पास आता है मस्टर्ड, दूसरा हमारे पास कुकुम्बर. Let us first discuss about this mustard. मस्टर्ड की अगर हम बात करेंगे, मस्टर्ड की समझने की कोशिश करना. This is the ovary. This is the ovary. Now here we will see the placentation is found. Here the placentation is found. In this case, mustard में we will find two cases. First one, it is unilocular. अब मैंने बात की दूसरी बात, number of placenta is equal to number of carpels. ये हम याद रखेंगे. It is a unilocular. Unilocular एक ही चैम्बर पाया जाता है in this ovary. And दूसरा हम बात करते हैं कि नंबर ऑफ प्लेसेंटा इज इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ कार्पल. गोया यहां पर हम देखें दो प्लेसेंटा हैं, दो, दैट मीन्स देयर आर टू कार्पल. सो दिस इज bicarpellary. Two carpels are, it is bicarpal. Since these two carpels have fused together, then it becomes the unilocular. It has fused together, so it is bicarpellary syncarpus. The two carpels, they have fused together, so we have got only one that we call as the locule. Only one chamber is there, so it becomes bicarpellary syncarpus. Now, since the two placenta, it is there, between these two placenta, what we will see, a false septum is formed. A false, it looks like as a bilocular, but it is not a bilocular, it is a unilocular. What we will see, a single, as what we call as a false septum is formed, and this false septum is called as the rhabulum. This is the false septum. Now, as we know, actually it is not the bilocular. अगर हम डायग्राम यहाँ पर बनाएंगे एक और, these are the two placenta. So what we will see, there are two chambers. Is this right? Since the two placenta are fused, this chamber, it has, ये खत्म हो जाता है, it becomes the unilocular. These are two placenta. Now, what we will see, a false septa form, which is called as a rhabulum. Now, what happens there? From this, what we will see, the ovules are found. यहाँ से भी हम देखते हैं, the ovules are found. Since the ovules, they give rise to the seeds, so it is this, they are found at the periphery. It is called as the parietal placentation. Since these placenta, they are found at this periphery, this is called as the parietal placentation, and it is found in the mustard. Now, see the case of cucumber. अगर हम cucumber की बात करेंगे, a very interesting case you will find there. Cucumber में हम क्या देखेंगे? If we cut the thin slice of the cucumber, you will find the seeds in this part, center part. You will find that the seeds, they are found in the center, they are axillary in position. Center में आप देखोगे, लेकिन actually it is not. It look like that. What we will see, अगर हम बात करेंगे, this is the placenta, this is the placenta, and this is the placenta. So we will find these three, it is a tricarpellary, but these three carpels, they have fused together, and it has become the unilocular. It is unilocular. There are not three chambers. It is the unilocular. These placenta, they have fused together. It becomes the unilocular. From this, what we will see from these three chambers, what we will see, an outgrowth arises like this. An outgrowth arises like this. One minute beta. An outgrowth arises वहां से. It is the placenta. पहले मैंने placenta थोड़ा बहुत उसको और किया. This is the placenta. From this placenta, what we will see, the outgrowth arises. This outgrowth arises towards the center, and then it becomes the structure like this. यहाँ पर भी हम क्या देखते हैं, outgrowth it arises, and then what we will see, the structure becomes like this. Again, what we will see, the outgrowth becomes like this, and then what we will see, the structure becomes like this. And from this, what we will see, the ovule starts developing. Ovules start developing. So we will see the ovules, we will find the ovules, we will find the ovules. Now these ovules, as we know, they give rise to the seeds. So it look like that. Here we will see, this is what we will see, the placenta, it is centrally located, but actually it is not. The placenta is found at the periphery. From the periphery, what we will see, and outgrowth arises. And outgrowth से हम क्या देखते हैं कि that these ovules arise, that these ovules they give rise to the seeds. This is the case of cucumber. This is the case of cucumber, and such placentation is called as the parietal placentation. थर्ड टाइप जो हमारे पास है, that is called as exile. Exile placentation में हम क्या देखते हैं, we have got polycarpillary, but they are apocarpus, they are free. यहाँ पर हम क्या, they were syncarpus, they were fused carpus, both in what we call as a marginal as well as in the parietal. But where we will see in this exile, it is the what is polycarpus. For example, I will give an example, simple example. You are very much aware about that is the lemon, that is the orange. So we can say it is the characteristic feature of the citrus family. We will find in the onion flower, जहां पर हम ये देख, we will find it in the China rose. So what happens there? If we try to draw the diagram, then it becomes, this is the slice of a lemon. So what we will see, it is polycarpillary, that means it is polylocular. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is pentacarpillary apocarpus. It is pentalocular. It is pentalocular. So what we will see, this is the axil. यहाँ पर हम क्या देखते हैं, at the axil of this, what we will see, there is the placenta, 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 there is this placenta from which we will see, 1 minute. Now from this placenta, what we will see, the ovules arise. Now these ovules, they have developed into the seeds. So in case of the citrus, why we will see the seeds, they are centrally located, they are found in the axil. अगर हम कुकम्बर की बात करें, कुकम्बर में हम देखते हैं कि wherever we will see, जो आपने डायग्राम देखा कि that here we will see the placenta जो है, they are peripheral, they are towards the periphery, where we will see जो यहाँ पर placenta होता है, it is axillary in position, ये यहाँ पर axil में पाया जाता है. दो अगर हम बात कर लेंगे कुकम्बर की, it is centrally located. Actually that is not. जो placenta वहां पर, it is towards the periphery, then we will see the outgrowth is formed, and from that outgrowth it is pushed towards the center, and from that what we will see, the ovules are formed, and these ovules they develop into the seeds. Actually जो placenta है, it is towards this periphery, whereas in case of this axile, that is the lemon, that is the orange, it is towards this part. So this is the axile placentation. We have got 3 more types, and these 3 types we will discuss in the second lecture. And until then, goodbye. God bless you. Thanks.